Hey guys, it's me Tara, and boy does my back hurt. I could barely sit in the seat and drive to the coffee place I just drove to because yesterday was 4th of July and Mr. Jake Weber, Johnny Gilbert, and Carrington had a party. And since I was so comfortable in their house and it was daytime and I didn't drive, Mama drank a little too much. Okay? I was doing keg stands, I was drinking beer, I was taking Jello shots they made, and I was a little wet. Pause, that's what she said. No. From the pool, because I jumped in and I went to go sit on a countertop and my hand like slipped, like I was pushing myself up like this. Ooh, my back just hurts just demonstrating it. I was pushing my hands up like this and my hand slipped, and with all of my weight, I went into the countertop where it like stops, and now I have like a lined bruise on my back. And because it's my back, it's shooting into my legs. And I'm like, do I go to urgent care? Like, I don't know what to do. It's right there, it's on both sides. And I know it doesn't look too bad right now, but I do know it's gonna just like progressively get worse. And I didn't realize it had happened last night when I got home. So this morning when I woke up, I was like, ow, why does my back hurt so much? Well, because I overdid my fun, as one does, as I usually do. It's about 6 p.m., so I can't have coffee. Instead, I got matcha. Get a nice matcha latte from Coffee Bean. And what I love about Coffee Bean is their ice. It's like Chick-fil-A ice. It's like really crunchy. That was my first sip. It just felt so good. It's like nice and creamy with oat milk. That's what I get. That's my order. I get a matcha latte with oat milk, extra blended. The reason I get matcha instead of coffee sometimes is because it has less caffeine, because it's technically, I think, a tea, like matcha tea latte. I know it's not traditional grade matcha from coffee places, like from Japan, but it still tastes good to me because it's sweet and I'm uncultured. And I feel like I like sweet stuff, just like coffee. Like, I don't drink it black. I like it all sweetened up. And since it's 6 p.m., like I said again, having caffeine right now would be a bad idea because I've already had 2 cups of coffee today. And for some reason, my ribs hurt, and I don't know why. It's concerning. Maybe from doing all those keg stands. ASMR. Ew, my tongue looks dirty because of the matcha. Ew, it looks like I don't brush my tongue. So, oh, that's loud. I love you, Coffee Bean, but you guys turn off your ovens after a certain time. I didn't know that. It's very late today, and it's not toasted. And I just wanted a bagel today, and I'm a little upset. But that's okay. That's my fault for, you know, wanting a breakfast bagel at 6 p.m. It's a bit of a routine change. Speaking of routine change, my routine's changing a little bit. I thought that was gonna be a moment, but I can't open it. Oh, there we go. Like I said, my routine's changing because I'm sure some of you know, I was on a podcast called Dropouts. I'm dropping out. Sorry. I feel like I had to make that joke. If I didn't, I'd be kind of upset with myself. I'm gonna have a lot more time to make videos for you guys because I'm not on this podcast anymore. It was an amazing experience being on a podcast with 2 of my friends and joining a podcast that's already had begun. And I had an amazing experience, and I'm glad I had so many memories on it. But when I started YouTube 5 years ago, my goal was to make girly videos like shopping sprees and get ready with me's, and when you guys follow me around parties, or when I take you guys on a trip with me and vlog it. And I like to keep my videos pretty lighthearted. Being on a podcast, sometimes I got really vulnerable, and that's not something I'm used to doing. And even if I got vulnerable with you guys in my YouTube videos, it's in small spurts to show you guys I am vulnerable. But at the end of the day, I want to be an outlet for you guys to feel like you're on FaceTime with your bestie. I like being on the podcast because I like to yap for like an hour, because who doesn't? Trust me, it's what I'm best at. But sometimes we play games like hot takes, and I don't always want to give my hot take. You know, I'm not a very opinionated person. I just like to yap and have fun, and sometimes doing hot takes would feel like, you know, like bringing up politics at a Thanksgiving dinner table. Like, you don't really want to do it because I don't like getting opinionated with things, you know? I like to keep things lighthearted and fun. When I'm making content, I want you guys to feel like FaceTime with me, and I feel like being on a podcast didn't really feel like that. Unless it was my own podcast and I kind of controlled that narrative, and that's something I may do in the future, who knows? And sometimes when you're on a podcast with other people, that narrative can get spun out. Me being added as a co-host kind of made me adapt to their content, which is fair because it was a podcast before me. But if I were to do my own podcast, it would be the content that I'm used to making, that you guys are used to watching. I'm gonna take the first bite of my bagel now for you guys. Are you fucking kidding me? I was right! No, this is not what I need today. Guys, I gotta back up. I got mad lines because I knew this would happen. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I just kind of want to be able to share my own narrative with the content I post and be able to be in control of it, because that's just what I prefer and that's what I like doing for you guys. I had a lot of fun filming with Alyssa, Zach, and Jared, and this isn't sad or anything like that. It's just a change. It's just a change of routine, and I just want to thank you guys for always sticking with me no matter what I decide to do, whether it's joining a random podcast, starting my own. You know what? I'll tell you one thing. What always stays, no matter what, are the Monday YouTube videos. Something else else I want to talk about that has nothing to do with this is egg bagels. What the fuck is an egg bagel? There's eggs, yum. Bagels, also yum. What's an egg bagel? I've never had an egg bagel in my life. And it just feels very yolky. Yolk? I don't know, I said the L. It feels very yolky. Who made them? I'm Googling it. Who invented the egg bagel?
The Eastern and Central Europeans that first baked bagels consumed them as a street food.
No, that's regular bagels. Fucking Siri, bro. Can someone comment down below where egg bagels are from? Because I feel like I deserve to know. Because I have opinions, that's what I do. That's where I have an opinion, is egg bagels. Don't like them. Who likes them? Comment down below. I like everything bagels, but then I don't like the fact that they get stuck in your teeth and all the seeds are there. I feel like a little bird. Jake once told me that that's what birds eat, everything bagel seasoning, and I believed him for a second. Speaking of bagels, strawberry cream cheese, heavily underrated. Best cream cheese there is aside from plain whipped. Gonna have Madeline now. Why are they called Madelines? These are the things I wonder throughout the day. I'm like, who the fuck made an egg bagel? Why are these called Madelines? New appreciation for Madelines, by the way. I was talking to a friend of mine and he got Madelines and they're just the best. They're light, airy, moist. Oh my God. That is so much better than that fuck ass bagel I got because it wasn't toasted. And I'm not mad. Yes, I am. I'm not mad at the Coffee Bean employees. They were very nice. I'm mad that they turned off the oven after a certain time. I'm mad at myself. Who waits till 6 p.m. to eat a bagel? I was just craving one. And I was like, you know what? It'd be a fun thing to do while I talk to you guys is eat a bagel. The most odd food I've ever tried is probably testicles. There's a Persian delicacy called kale pacha. I think it's cow testicles or sheep testicles or something. I wish I knew exactly what it was. Pause the video. I didn't explain myself. It actually translates exactly from head to feet and it's sheep. And that's why testicles are included. It's not all testicle. My bad. I should have explained that. I actually remember back in the day, Jake came over one time for breakfast. My dad got him to try it. And he was like, oh, this is good. What is it? And my dad's like, testicle. So I think it's kind of like the oddest food I've tried. Either that or, I was going to say egg bagels, but I've never had one. So I bet egg bagels would top a testicle. Pause. Speaking of Persian food, I live on my own now, and I've really underappreciated my mom's cooking. Because every morning I would wake up, like a 5-year-old, my mom would make me breakfast. Feta cheese, cucumbers, on Persian bread for me. Not anymore, nope. I wake up like a grumpy old man, make myself a nice cup of joe, and then I'm like, an hour later, I get stuck on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. And I look around, and mother's not there. Mother's not there to make me my breakfast. How privileged am I? Well, actually not anymore, I guess. How privileged was I to have breakfast, oh my back, to have breakfast just made for me every single morning. I underappreciated that. Guys, the grass is always greener on the other side, let me tell you. When I think about food, I think of one of my like biggest phobias and it's food poisoning because I almost died from it once. My mom's food is one of the only foods that I don't have to have someone else try. And when I say that, I mean this about myself. It's a little fucked up, but once I almost passed away, I almost fucking kicked the bucket. I almost died from food poisoning. I was basically dehydrated because I pooped and threw up so much. I lost all the liquid in my body. That makes me want to take a sip because what if I have food poisoning right now? Anyway, one of my phobias is food poisoning and it's because the times I've had it, especially that time I almost died, has been like the most traumatizing moment of my life. Sometimes I'll have to have other people try my food because it's kind of like a compulsive thing where if they try it, I don't have food poisoning because if their stomach hurts later and my stomach hurts and they don't have food poisoning, then I'll be okay. I know it's a little fucked up way to think about it, but that's how I am. Also, if I die, then that person's coming with me. Speaking of phobias, today I found a new phobia of mine, which kind of links to my hypochondriacanism. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm a hypochondriac. Today, I was with my roommate at Target, and we were getting some Advil, just because I don't have Advil in my new house. And I was looking around, I looked at my roommate, and I go, I found a new phobia I have. I hate being in the medicine aisle, because I know the people who have been in the medicine aisle are sick, and they're coming to pick up medicine. And so I don't want to touch anything, because I know you sickos have touched it. And I don't want to get sick. But now, not only am I thinking I'm going to be sick, but now I'm thinking, this Madeline's gonna fucking poison me. I'm done. My new house is really coming together, you guys, and I feel so guilty because I haven't done like a house tour for you, but it's not done. It's just simply not done. And I want this house to really be like, at least like halfway finished before I show you guys. I think it'd be really fun if you guys kind of got sneak peeks of the house throughout like my filming process, and then like you guys can like put it together like a puzzle. I'm double fisting, guys. That's gonna be gross. I don't know why I was gonna do that. I think I'm really dehydrated from yesterday. You know, it was Lana's Del Rey day. And I know I'm definitely dehydrated because I spent all of my day yesterday in Jake's pool, and the sun really takes it out of you. And you know what someone said to me, and I don't know if this is a compliment or not. Someone came up to me and said, Tara, you're always the first one in the pool. What does that mean? Does that mean I'm always too drunk and I just jump in first? Or does that mean, oh, Tara, you always like start the pool train? Like, what does it mean? You know what's crazy too? I don't remember who said it to me. For some reason, it's always really embarrassing to be the first one in the pool at a party. It's even more embarrassing getting out and trying to get people in because you're like wet and like soggy and you're like, come in the pool, like come. You just don't want to be alone in the pool. Speaking of that, whether it was a compliment or not, you know what's weird? Weird compliments. Like, I can't tell if it's backhanded, if it's just weird. Comment down below if you guys have ever gotten a weird compliment because I would love to read them. I feel like that's a really fun way to pass my time, is reading your guys' weird compliments. One time someone said I had a sexual aura. Don't know if it was a compliment or not. I think a weird compliment is, oh, I like your hair. I know that sounds so stupid, but it's like, thanks, I grew it myself. Like, what do you say? What part of my hair do you like? Do you like that I grew it myself? Do you like that it's a part of me? It's like little dead skin cells growing out of the top of my head. I'll take the compliment, but it's kind of weird. You could say, oh, I like your hairstyle, or I like your hair color, but you're like, oh, I like your hair. I know they mean well, but to me, I'm like, you like the dead skin cells coming off of me. Thank you. I remember once reading a comment on a video I did where someone said, I like that little emo chick, but I don't like the way she dresses. She'd be really cute if she cleaned up nice. What? First of all, not emo. Secondly, backhanded as fuck. She'd be really cute and she looks like she'd clean up nice. Do I not look clean? Or do they mean like clean up nice, like look classy? Like, what do they want from me? Leave me alone. If you want to say I'm pretty, say I'm pretty. You don't have to backhand compliment me first. I think that's weird. I think the weirdest compliments are backhanded compliments. Like, what, you have to be rude to me first before you want to say something nice about me? Okay. It's like a nice way to get out something rude. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around while I ate a not warmed up bagel. And I kind of explained just the change of routine I'm having. Thank you guys for always supporting me no matter what. I see the love, I promise. For anyone that's gonna miss me on the podcast, my ghost will always haunt that area because of the amount of times I farted in that chair. I called it my toot corner. So don't worry, I'll always haunt it. No, but seriously, if you guys will ever miss me on Dropouts, don't worry, I upload here every single Monday. Tararyummy's not going anywhere, guys. It's not that easy to get rid of me. All that being said, I think it's time to skedaddle. I love you guys. Also subscribe if you haven't. 50% of you aren't, and I see it. Subscribe.